Hello, everyone, and welcome to day 2 of start to finish for the Stanley Parable. I just loaded, it made me set the time again, and then I have this. Sure, shoot, go ahead. Thank her for setting the clock both times you booted up the game. A lot of people don't take that step seriously. They just leave the clock set at 12 o'clock and call it a day. But you're actually taking the time to set the clock, and I appreciate that. That's how I know you care about this experience. You're paying attention. I don't even have any way of knowing if the times you're setting are correct. Tell you what, I'll make you a deal. Since you've been so cooperative, next time you boot up the game and see the screen, just set the clock to your favorite time. Go ahead, pick whichever time you want. Even if it's not the correct time, you've earned it. Oh. What the heck? Okay. Alright, we're getting back into the Stanley Parable. The end is never the end is loading. The end is loading. Okay.
This is the story of...
We are playing this until I feel queasy. I got an achievement for it. Or, okay, an hour. Or if I start to feel a little bit
All of his co-workers were gone.
peculiar.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
So I did the meeting room almost all the way. But I panicked and ran away and found the museum that I think was going to talk about other endings.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Not today.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room.
Not today.
And Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Who doesn't love an employee lounge?
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Nope.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Can I die?
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps, but in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death.
I did
Good
it.
job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
I am the greatest. Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Nobody knows.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay. Have I...
Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
Have
Perhaps he wanted
I
to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
done everything I'm supposed... Have I followed...
Yes, this room. But eager to
Yeah, I
get
did that.
back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
I remember taking the platform. But I don't know if I went all the way over
Stanley
and then
was
kept
so bad at
exploring.
following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
I think I did.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing
I
your
did.
trust
This
in
sent me to
someone
the party
else can be
room.
difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please,
Oh, to my wife.
stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
But I could not
This is
do
it,
the her
Stanley.
part.
Your chance to redeem yourself, to put your work aside, to let her back into your life. She's been waiting. That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this, to reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone. Oh, no, you can't Did you just unplug the phone?
I unplugged the phone!
That wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that? You actually chose incorrectly? I didn't even know that was possible. Let me double check. No, it's definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another. Music comes in, fade to white, roll credits. Not picking up the phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that even possible? None of these decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see...
I just closed the blinds a little bit. Is that a problem?
I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner? You're not Stanley. You're a real person.
Uh-oh.
I can't believe I was so mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or did you not grasp the severity of the situation? Well, I won't have that kind of risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world. Please observe this helpful instructional video.
What?
Choice.
What?
It's the best part of being a real person. But if used incorrectly, can also be the most dangerous. For example, in this scenario, a hypothetical real person named Rupert has a choice.
What could
He could
Rupert
invent
do?
a machine that eliminates food shortages across the world to make life better for all people. Or he could spend years of hard work forgetting how to read. Which choice would you make? Remember that unlike here, the real world makes sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find yourself speaking with a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow the person to finish their thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking. Turn to a partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back, sack, and crack."
My goodness.
Excellent.
Okay.
Making choices on a regular basis is the best part to a healthy decision-making process. Most medical professionals recommend making at least 8 choices per day.
That's so
Do you
many.
make more than 8? Less? And finally, if you begin to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant, and the feeling should subside. At this time, your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
Oh.
Welcome back.
Whoa.
You may have noticed that this room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction. But not to worry. Now that you're properly informed on good decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago and see what the correct thing to do would have been. This way, please.
I cannot plug the phone back in and now answer it, but I did want to. Okay. Can't go through here. It is the same area as before.
Now that we know your choices are meaningful, we can't have you jumping off the
Oh.
platform and dying.
Oh, no.
Imagine the main character dying senselessly halfway through the story.
Oh, no.
That story would make no sense at all.
Oh, no, I'm on
We just
rails.
need to get you home as soon as possible before the narrative contradiction gets any worse. Unfortunately, it seems this place is not well equipped to deal with reality.
Send me back across. I apologize. I'll do it again. I'm gonna have to outsmart this. I have to find the proper way to die. Are you gonna make me repeat the whole thing?
Almost Almost there. You'll take the door on the left, back to the correct ending, the story will have resolution once again, and you'll be home free in the real world. Now remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine.
I'm having a wonderful time.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Whoa! I swerved you!
No! Why did you do that?
Whoa!
Quickly, hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps we're not too late.
That's not what file cabinets should do at all. I bet it is too late. And now everything over here is going to be weird and garbled. Can I open this? It seems okay. It seems alright. This seems...
Oh, it's ruined. I can't believe
Okay.
after everything we talked about that you... My story. You've destroyed my work. Why? For what? What did you get out of that? What did you think was so special about seeing the game undone? Left here like so much garbage. It's worthless now. And what am I supposed to do? Even if there were a way to continue, would it be worth it? To know that my story is now incorrect? How can I go back to that? I can't erase that knowledge. I'll have to live with it forever. Reliving its impossibility forever. I couldn't live that way. Is it better to shut the game down entirely? To willingly destroy all of my work? I don't know. What's the answer? What do I do? What do I do? What do I... No, I have to. I have to shut the game down. I have to. I have to.
Oh! Uh-oh. Oh, God.
Oh, I'm here. I'm still here. Here in this pile of rubbish. With you. You, who thought you were so clever. Now look where we are. My entire game is destroyed. It was the only thing in the world that was mine, and you've run it into the ground. What, did you think that would be funny? You just had to see? Didn't I impress upon you how important it was to be like Stanley? He actually knows how to do what I tell him to. He understands that if I say to do something, there's a damn good reason for it. That thought hadn't even occurred to you, had it? That there's a world outside of you? You're a child. Oh, my story. If you'd just gone through the door on the left, you would have seen it. There was a whole underground facility. You would have destroyed it and been victorious. It would have been so perfect. I worked so hard on it. I tried so hard to make... behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay. I'm gonna do everything he says now. Every single thing.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
On it, doing so. I agree, this is the proper course of action. I'm not going to the bathroom.
Stepping inside his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated
this is a different
until
room.
he saw the door with a voice
I went
receiver
in
next
a
to it.
different room before.
Surely behind this door lay all the answers to his questions. And beyond all probability, he knew the passcode. He had seen it on his boss's computer just last week. Nightshark 115. Was this the code to open the door? Would it still work? There was only one way to find out. Stanley had been trained never to speak up, But now he would draw from within himself the courage to face the unknown.
I
He
am the
drew a
most
sharp
expensive
breath
boss.
and then spoke the code.
Come on if you think you're hard enough.
Stanley spoke the code. Night Shark 115. He spoke it into the receiver, right there on the wall.
I'm trying, it doesn't work. Talk, talk, test, test.
I'm sorry, is there a problem?
You
You didn't mishear me, did you?
It broke.
Please speak the code into the receiver. Otherwise, we can't get on with the story. This is a crucial step.
Night Shark 115.
Okay, fine. You're not going to do it. But you know what? It's pretty humiliating to bring you this far, only for you to suddenly decide you have better things to do. I asked you for this one single thing, for your respect. The kind of respect Stanley shows for his choices. He knows what it means to take a story seriously. If you didn't want to see what I had to show you, then why did you come here? You had a choice, you know. You could have gone through the door on the right. You could have done whatever the hell you wanted over there. Why did you come this way? Speak. Say something to me. Explain yourself, you coward. You...
Huh?
When Stanley came to a set of
What?
he entered the door on his left.
What? Huh? What am I doing up here?
Stanley? Hello? Are you...
Huh?
Is everything okay? Stanley, please. I need you to make a choice. I need you to walk through the door.
What?
Are you listening to me? Can you hear me? Is everything all right?
Huh?
Stanley, this is important.
I'm having an out-of-body experience.
You need to make a decision. It cannot exist without you. Do you understand me? Whatever choice you make is just fine. They're both correct. You cannot be wrong here. We can work together. I'll accept whatever you do. I simply need you to take that step forward, please. Choose. Do something. Anything. This is more important than you can ever know. I need this. The story needs it. So, you hear me? Are you there? Are you listening to this? Stanley, are you there? Okay. It's okay, I can wait.
Huh.
You need time to decide. Time to make sure your choice is correct. That is the best choice. That's all right. I'll wait for you to decide what's the right thing to do. Take as much time as you need.
I feel like I was Stanley there all of a sudden. Oh, that was
All of his co-workers
That was
were
creepy.
gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay, what else could I do?
What? Oh, new content? What does that mean, new content?
I don't know. Ah! I've made a terrible choice.
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers. After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over.
Put your hands up.
Please step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content.
Yeah, buddy, let's go.
Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet.
Look at that brick
but I'm
texture.
sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure. Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere? Or...
Oh, okay, here we go.
There
Here we go.
All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it.
I'm so excited. You and me, hand in hand, skipping merrily into the great unknown.
I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious.
A little
It's as if
ramshackle.
Oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley.
I'm here for you, buddy.
All right. All right, let's see. It's the jump circle.
Wow. Can I jump outside the jump circle? No. I can only jump inside the jump circle. This is very exciting. This looks like the YouTube font. Yay! Woo! 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 I'm looking for more things to unplug. No more jumps. That was it. There aren't any more available.
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right?
I bet the bikinis are right through here.
Goodness. Another elevator.
Cosmetics.
Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content?
We haven't gotten to
If
the
this is
gacha
new
mechanics.
content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there.
Could you? I
could
love your
count to
voice.
30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh, wait. There's more. Very good. Yes. I knew there had to be something else.
Are you ready for
Let's
the jump
see it.
square?
I'm ready for whatever it is.
A nice chair.
That's it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable. It's my fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game, and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about.
Yeah, I got some more in
No
me.
frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always. What do you say, friend?
Uh-huh. See, now we're a team. Now we're... Hey, bud? I think we broke something.
Psst. Stanley!
What?
Come over here. In the vent.
What?
I want to show you something.
Okay. There's a secret in the vent. Did you find the rest of the
Okay,
new
You
content?
remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me thinking about the past and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it.
Huh?
Just our little secret.
Huh?
Take a look. I call it the Memory Zone. It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC.
The memory zone. Oh, it's beautiful. My jaw literally fell open when I walked through here.
You see, Stanley, doesn't the memory zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap re-release? Remember back in October of 2013, when the game originally launched? Back then, video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something.
The text says dynamically streamlined human capital. Don't forget, I'm very happy right now. I want to take a screenshot of a Steam page and frame it and put it in my actual house. I just don't know which one. Oh, that's nice. By the narrator, 2013. I'm having a very nice time. I feel like after this one, I might hit my limit on running around. Linguists identify 15,000-year-old ultra-conserved words. 6 components of a great corporate culture. John Coleman, Harvard Business Review. What everyone's saying. Buy it on Steam. The original remake. Good times. Let's begin again. The greatest wealth is memory. I don't think games came on disc. There was a demo, I assume. That's a $1 bill. Presented for no reason at all. Okay, so I did hear about this. I did hear that there was an achievement for not playing the game. I did not know about that one. Oh. BAFTAs. Debut game? Game innovation? Story? Ha! 50% off designer hat, but a small creature owns the other half. Stanley Parable deals tough choices. I just want to sit there and...
Je suis dans la mémorisation, seul sur l'abri des loups, et je n'attends plus que toi, mon amour. C'est là, dans la mémorisation, où je me remémore les jours où je t'ai rencontré, mon amour. Mais ici, c'est aussi où je me souviens de la sortie de The Stanley Parable. C'était en 2013, un très bon jeu.
Is that a piano?
Vidéo.
Why is there a piano over there?
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism, 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote,
Oh,
"Where so
Sterling.
many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim, it was Persona 3, it was all of them, and now it's nothing. It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
I thought someone was sneaking up behind me. IGFs. ModDB 2012 Interaction Award. Big Sushi FM. The Tasteful Nostalgic. It was good. Hey, that's Minecraft. What's that doing here? That's Portal. The top 10 memories from the Stanley Parable. I remember. Oh, wow. What's down here? Maintenance. That's interesting. For Scott K. I really love this Encarta ass fake box. Maybe it was a real box, I don't know. Huh? Maybe that's relevant later. The end is never the end. People play games because of what they can do inside them, and your game is very good at letting them know they can't do anything. Literally anything.
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games, and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. It just needed to be left alone, to spend the rest of time collecting dust in the hallowed hall of beloved video game memories.
I remember Carolyn Petit. I hope at this point Carolyn Petit has gotten out of video games coverage. It seems like a bad way to live.
These were simpler times, Stanley. But I wouldn't give to go back to have it all over again. Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this? What's down here?
Cold drinks. Oh.
Oh no. Oh God, no. Stanley, it's a collection of reviews from Steam, the online video game distributor. I haven't looked at these in years.
Oh no.
I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here.
Oh no.
Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they? Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny? I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
This is incredible right now, by the way. Oh. Hey, that one's got a thumbs up.
Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley? I'm not preachy, am I? You can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can. Oh, goodness. This is actually quite shocking for me. Well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did, but maybe it wasn't. Oh dear. What an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks on my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel like a failure. Like I let these people down.
Oh,
Perhaps the Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered.
art isn't for everyone. Like, what resonates with one person isn't necessarily going to resonate with another. And you should make something that you care about first and foremost.
What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button. A skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have.
I'm afraid of this. Okay.
And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you forward in time so that the second my incessant droning starts to bore you, with just the push of a button, you'll have zipped right past it. It's what the players have been asking for, and I'm very proud to have delivered. No more listening to me rambling on and on and on. No. The Stanley Parable is a game for the people. And if the people want silence, then by goodness, that's what they're going to get. Well, don't sit around waiting for me to shut up. Go ahead and make me shut up. Here, we'll pretend that I've just begun an interminable monologue, and it goes something like this.
Okay.
The story, and the choices, or what have you, and therefore, by becoming it is, so on and so forth, until inevitably, we all until the end of time, at which time everything all at once, so, now you see, blah 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 blah. We've eaten too much and it can't be just yet, no, until 245. Got the logic of elimination working backwards, the deduction therefore becomes impossible to manufacture. It went on for nearly 10,000 years.
I can't interrupt, he's
just
cooking.
Yesterday, here and there, forward and back,
Okay.
and never a moment before lunchtime. It can't be. It's the only thing there is. How many billions left until so much more than forever ago? Which is why I say, the story and the choices.
Okay, I
or
think
what
he's
have you,
looping.
And therefore, by becoming it is, so on and so forth, until...
Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal flourishes and lengthy ruminations on the nature of... Well, there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you?
Oh,
But
no.
That's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's right at your fingertips to... Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes? It's not unendurable by any means, but it's, well, there's really only so much I can ram... Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours. You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really, truly getting longer, and my God, there's no way out of the room. Stanley, the door is gone. It's completely gone.
Uh-oh.
I've looked at it from every angle. I've checked every one of those walls 1,000
put
times.
Put it back.
And there's no door, Stanley.
Put it back.
There's no door. There's just you and the button, and if you keep pressing it, I have no idea what will happen.
Put it back.
I have no idea how long... Oh, Stanley, you're back. You're back. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, God.
I have someone to talk to again. Stanley, I think it's been a week. Or 2 weeks.
Huh?
I've been sitting here all that time. Just sitting here. Not a single person to speak with. And you'd think that that's just how it's always been, right? Me talking and you saying nothing.
Uh-huh.
Would you think that it's exactly the same as always? Doesn't that feel like what we've already been doing? Me just talking? But it isn't, Stanley. It isn't the same at all. It isn't even close. Because I know you can't hear me. Oh, hello. It's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through. I've had so much time. I stopped keeping track after a year. Have you ever sat down in one place and not moved for one entire year? Let me describe it for you. To begin
March
with,
2020.
there is only regret. There is only the turning wheel of missed opportunities. I felt nothing at all but regret for the longest time, Stanley. Days, months. I lost it all in a blur of the deepest longing to undo the past. And when that feeling had begun to subside, what took its place is what I can only describe as the collapse of every moment I have ever experienced my entire life.
What?
All of them collapsed down into a single instant. In that instant, I could see myself clearly, calmly, with a collected heart. It was an impossibly rich wellspring of both delight.
I've never been more aware of how alone I am. Huh? Press it again.
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said, entertain us. It wasn't enough. They had to leave a pathetic little thumbs down review and make all of their pitiful demands. But then he's talking to...
Narrator?
The end is never the end, 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 is never the end.
Press! Oh, that's a lot of water coming in. Oh, that's... Nope. Don't like that. Oh. Ha. The memory palace appears to be degenerating. This seems... bad. Um. Oh no. What? Did he die? Near Automata. 2016. What are those sounds? Since when does it get dark out? Make them go away. Uh-oh. Oh. Oh, there's nothing left. It's all gone. Yeah, I think I'm good for today. Though I don't know what to think, but I know I'm trying to think. Whew. Ruminating on 2013's finest. Have a wonderful rest of your day, everyone. I will see you next time.